Will you look back when you're old and gray and think those dumb kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you'd remember? I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
Thursday night, and you know what that means.
I'm muted to start that, but yeah, it starts that. I'm going to bring the guests on first, so they're not waiting in the wings. And then there's a few things I want to talk about before we talk about the Goose Fair. So first off, it's his first time on the show, so everyone be nice. I'm sure everyone is nice because he takes great photos. But it is Nathan from NF Attractions. How you doing, Nathan?
Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
Do you want to show everyone what shirt you're wearing today?
Getting ready for spooky season. Time's on Saturday, so
Cool.
What are you looking forward to the most?
probably the fact that Scare Zone back.
Is it? It's just the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is good that they're bringing them. I mean, I know I said I'm not a fan of them, but I'm not a fan of the ones that are just on a path like the Freak Show was. But this one looks like it's almost a maze in itself with a layout. So
It looks like they've added its own pathway to it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And back for the first time in quite a little while is Ben from Ben and Hollie's Adventures. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, guys? You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just we're going to talk about Nottingham Goose Fair, and I'll keep an eye on the chat. But first, I just want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing is you can put it in the live chat if you want, guys. But if you put it in comments or you get in touch with my Instagram, we want some descriptions because in the off season we're going to do Attractions Ultimatum Series 2, and the theme is Best UK Family Ride. So the 12 most voted for by people that get in touch you can vote as many times as you want, but the top 12 will go through.
Oh, hello. Where's our thing gone?
There you go.
Bear with us 1 minute. We can still hear us.
Lost.
We can still hear you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we'll start the camera in a sec.
Oh.
Oh.
Apologies. I'm going to say if there's any questions at the minute, I'll just open up the comments and stuff as well. So technically,
There we Well, welcome it.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Usually it's our guest.
There we go.
There you go.
Right, and then to get in touch with what you think should be in that. And the second thing is next week, I know a lot of people are talking about when we mentioned it. I think we mentioned it last week or the week before. The first episode of Scare Seekers Undertow is next week, and we're going to be talking about video games that scare us as kids. So if anyone wants to get over to me what ones they want me to mention and get videos of and stuff, I'll get that sorted for next week's show. If they're not horror related, it's going to be even funner, but you can put horror games that scared you as a kid. But anyway, that's enough of that. I just want to quickly go over, because Nathan's not been on the show before. Do you want to talk a bit about your channel and your photography before we talk about Goose Fair?
Putting me on the spot now. So I just tend to do like attractions is what I set it up to do, but it seems to just be theme parks mainly. Yeah, I tend to end up just instead of riding the rides, just taking photos of them instead. So
Yeah.
it's what I mainly do on social media more than anything is photos of the rides and entertainment.
What's your favourite ride to take photos of?
To take photos of?
I know someone will ask that, so I just want to know.
I'd say Smiler's quite good for expressions of riders. I'll probably have to say that, but...
What about from a structural point of view?
I'm not sure. I've never really thought about this.
I thought you were going to say Nemesis. I thought you'd jump in there and go Nemesis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay, but you're quite restricted to one spot. At least with like Smiley, you can walk around majority of the ride.
Did you ever see the planning for Smilo with they were going to build viewing platforms around the ride, but then they got scrapped.
I wish they did.
Yeah, it would have been good. I'll ask Ben the same question before we talk about Goose Fair. What's your favourite ride to take photos of the film? Ben, have you got a favourite?
I don't know. I think it varies. Smiler's always one, isn't it? It's just because, like Nathan says, it's just all the angles you can take. But I love Nemesis as well. I've got loads of photos and stuff of Nemesis, and I like getting at the bottom of the loop and just catching people just coming under there. And yeah, Nemesis, Smiler, Wickerman. If we get the flames back, then yeah, Wickerman at night.
No, it's flames.
Huh?
They got rid of the flames.
There's been no flames for pretty much all the season.
I'm sure we saw it start, but I don't know.
We were there. I
Start.
think
But
they
it
were
was
on.
Wicker
I
Man.
think they were on at the start, but yeah, Wicker Man in the dark with flames is incredible. Get some
It
amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
I quite like
Swarm as well. Actually, Swarm at Thor is incredible for photos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw our latest vlog. Like, I started really looking at the theming in detail on the Swarm, and I've never really noticed, but the wreckage just goes all around the whole ride. It's just incredible. It's just little bits of wreckage everywhere.
Yeah, and they've got like little the odd Easter egg, haven't they, in it? I think from what I've
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of Easter eggs. Yeah, the flames. The flames were on today, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, were they? Okay, they weren't on at the weekend when we were there, so maybe they're bringing them back for the night rides. That's good.
They might have been off for like the sunnier days because it's not really that visible, is it, on a hot sunny day?
Saving the gas, saving the environment.
So I'll start with Nathan. So how long have you been doing the? Because I get the impression you've done like the fairground kind of. How do I say this? Like scene, like the different main ones. Have you done that for a while?
So last year was the first time I ever went Goose Fair. That's like the first major fair I ever went to.
Oh, okay.
Oh, awesome.
Did you do I know people did it earlier this year, and I don't want to get it wrong, but was it called Hoppers, the really big one?
I'd never done that one.
It's Hoppings, isn't it? I think.
Hoppings.
Yeah.
Did you do that one, Ben?
No, I want to because I think they bring a lot of rides from Europe as well to that as well, don't they?
Mm.
It's quite a big thing. Yeah.
So I'll go through Nathan's photos first. Did you want to tell us about the first time you went last year first before we talk about this year's Goose Fair, Nathan? What was that experience like?
Very busy. I think that's the most easy thing to say about Goose Fair. It gets very busy very quickly. In terms of the atmosphere, like it's not, you go to like theme park and you have a nice day, but going to a fun fair, it's completely different with all the audio and lights. They've put so much extra care into the rides in terms of presenting it. With like you see theme parks as like the rides are there, but like the lighting package and all the effects what they put on it is something else when it's your first time going.
Did you have any idea what to expect?
I've seen like videos in the past, but videos don't tend to do it justice.
It's good.
So,
Go on.
you can,
No, go on.
if you want,
I
'cause
was
you know
going to
what
say,
it's
I always think of the bulbs as well because they don't have bulbs and the bulbs on certain rides. I don't know why. That's what I think with fun fairs. It's just the bulbs.
When you talk about bulbs, it's so funny with that skid, and the skids like from the 1930s. And as we were sat and waiting for dispatch, the old boy that was running the ride, I mean, he must have probably been in about his 70s. And he was literally, there was a few bulbs that were out and he was unscrewing them. And then he'd stick his finger in the thing to see if there was any power. And then he'd take the next one, screw that in and keep, But it was just so funny watching him doing it.
What's he doing? What? So the ones where he did get power, was he getting a little shock? And then...
Yeah. And then he'd be like, okay, and then put a bulb in.
Yeah, he knows it's worth replacing.
He was testing if the bulb was broke or if there was power to it. Yeah, but just the fact he was carelessly just sticking his finger in like it's nothing.
So, for Nathan, these photos from this year, and the day, did you stay till the night time?
No, I think we left around 2:00 time because it started raining. So
Was it still quite busy, or was it?
it was getting that way, yeah.
Ooh,
Pretty much from when it opens, it gets quite busy from the start.
So, with the because you're quite a good photographer, would you say
quite good? It's really good.
it's really good? Yeah, but I don't want to make him nervous. He doesn't want me to put him on a pedestal.
Don't put yourself down, mate.
Do you enjoy photography more at the fairgrounds?
I don't tend to take many photos at the fair. The photos I sent you were my dad's, because like that's me on the ride there. So
I did think, like, who's taking that one? I looked earlier. I was like, wait a second.
I'll ask Nathan first. Park Bob says, what rides have the best
Oh.
lighting at night?
I've not seen fairs at night, so I can't answer that.
Oh, did you not go at night last year when you went?
No.
Oh, this one's totally for Ben then. Ben, whatever Ben says is the answer.
Ice Jet.
Ice Jet.
Nice jet.
Ice Jet
That's
is
one-
incredible.
That's
I
the
can
one that
imagine
goes
that one being
really
good.
fast, isn't it?
At night. I don't know if I sent you a photo of Ice Jet, Mike, in the dark. I don't know if
You
I
might
did.
have done. We'll get to it.
Did you
Yeah,
went on it the previous year though, didn't you, on one of your vlogs? I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Every time, if ever Ice Jet is somewhere that we go on it for sure. It's
Yeah.
absolute incredible machine.
Oh,
They
look
put-
at the Air Max.
Because they put dry ice on it as well, like smoke effects.
Yeah. Sorry, Ben. I thought we was talking about Air Max now with the smoke at the bottom of that. Sorry, on Ice Jet.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just well, we can talk about Ice Jet later on. Air Max. I'm gonna get some photos of this.
What did you
That's
do?
quite,
Is that a
that's
giant...
quite similar to Booster,
Well,
isn't
it's
it?
about the dog.
Does it go like 360 degrees?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flips you around.
So, what
I
do
don't
you
know
think
what
about
it
Air
is.
Max? And have you been on the Booster as well, Nathan?
Yeah, I've done a Booster and Air Max. Air Max is just completely different.
Explain for people how different it is.
So, like with a Booster, it's more you're going around, but with this, you're controlled by a fan above you. You can just see on the top of that image like a yellow arch. That's from a fan.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's how the ride works. It's a fan power in it, and it's just so much more intense compared to a normal Booster. Towards the end of the ride, they're locking the gondolas, so you're going fully down onto the station platform upside down.
Yeah.
And that bit's just insane. I don't
almost
think I've been
like
on a
a
ride so
jet
intense.
Were you worried at that point?
Not ruined, no. I was quite enjoying it, but
What do you think about? Do you feel I know some people ask this kind of thing. Do you feel like there's enough safety at the fairground, or do you feel a bit compared to a theme park?
there's enough safety there. It's like during the day, I could see a lot of people like going around checking them and stuff with paperwork and stuff. You could see them checking it before the fair opened. So
Yeah. And they do a lot of safety checks, which is good.
Tip top.
Ooh.
Did you want to? I'm going to get to Ben's photos soon, but Nathan, did you want to explain Tip Top for everyone at home?
how do I explain this? It's like a PWS Super Trooper, so Fun Can Fly at Alton Towers. It's
Yeah.
like one of those mixed with like an Enterprise arm. I think that's like the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go fully upside down.
Yeah. That seems quite interesting. Though. Oh yeah, because it kind of.
Sorry, Stacey.
No, it's alright. I just said I can see the arm. Like you mean like it raises up like the Enterprise, but yeah, I can see it now.
See, that would
Sorry,
be,
I was like, oh wait a minute.
that'd be a good ride to have as the retro squad. I think. I feel like we got shortchanged.
I think it's quite old. I don't know how old it is, but I remember chatting to the guy at Long Eaton Fair. Told me a bit about it, but for that, it looks like nothing from off ride. But on ride, it's quite intense, to be honest. It's really forceful. I don't know if you felt the same. But...
With both of you, do you feel like you get more force, like G-force with the rides at fairs rather than the roller coasters? Do you feel like you just get a little bit more like, I don't know, more airtime as well, in a way?
Definitely G.
Yeah. Because I feel like when I went to one years ago, but I just felt like I was more in the air than anything. I felt more, I don't know.
I don't think we'll get an Amex at Towers.
I'm not saying I felt more thrown, but it did feel more.
They could knock down Smiler and put an Amex there. That'd be pretty cool. Controversial.
He's going to get so many haters.
Yeah.
8-hour queues for Air Max.
I don't know. I don't know if people would, because a lot of people kind of snub their nose at the retro squad, don't they? So it's kind of a bit of, yeah. The retro squad is here or there, really.
He travels with Jones and Rachel as well, and Gareth. and coasting with the
when you say about safety at the fairs, I think
Yeah.
I think parks could learn a lot from their operations. To be honest, from Fun Fair's operations, their operations are just because it's all money to them, isn't it? So they quickly turn around rides and get people on and checked and you know, say I don't feel unsafe. I will tell you a story later when you come to me. I'll tell you a story about Zoe on that mega spin. But,
Oh, the mega spin looks awesome. Everyone needs to watch that vlog if they haven't, just for the mega spin and just for the reactions of Ben on it as well. Would you say? I'll ask Ben first. Would you say with safety, it's more because the established fairgrounds that are travelling are more almost like if they're not family, they're like family with each other and they're the same people. Whereas somewhere like a theme park is like we've got some teenagers on minimum wage. They might be here a week, they might be here a month, they might be here a year, then they go. It's a bit different. I think that adds to the safety. You've got people that seem exactly
that, I think exactly that. I think Goose Fair is run by about 8 different families. I think there's about 8 families that provide the attractions there. And yes, they're livelihood. Sorry,
is there parking on the actual site?
I think there is. We obviously caught the tram just from where we live. We can catch the tram, but I think there is parking. I'm sure I saw someone put that it's £10 a car. It must be the other end of the forest. But the actual fair is built on the forest car park, so obviously it's not there. But yeah, I suppose there is some parking.
Yeah,
but I would just recommend using the trams and park and ride.
Yeah, definitely. It does get crowded very quickly. And it's a place where they've got obviously students from uni nearby as well. So there's a lot of students that go there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's full of life, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but you don't really hear of many Fun Fair accidents, do you? I don't. So you know,
not in this country.
I think that they're very good with maintaining quickly and efficiently as well, Fun Fairs, because obviously it's their livelihood, it's their income. And obviously, if they want that income so much, they're going to work for it. And I think that's another reason as well. But then it also builds up a good rapport for them, the fact that they're doing constant safety checks and everything as well. So it's really good. But yeah, I've got another comment. Sorry, I'm sorry, Ben, to talk over, but I'm trying to look.
He's saying Park Pulse, because he's from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's saying the Fun Fair's stricter restrictions than theme parks, but some states allow the parks to self-govern themselves. That's probably where I assume the problems would lie. But I was going to ask Nathan, are you a fan of Starflyers?
I'll do them. It's nothing I'll ever go and think I must ride it, but it depends on the setting, really.
Oh. Hi, sorry, I'm late. I did set my alarm back. Oh, bless you, it's a Stacey thing. Thank you for joining us.
Did they have this? At Goose Fair, did they have? I can see because I can see at least one there. Did they have many roller coasters there, Nathan?
They had a few. They had was it 2 Rad Mouses and a few family coasters. It's not majorly coasters. There's I think there's 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not many.
Do you count them as creds?
Well, the creds if you haven't done them, yeah.
Do you count them again if you go on the same? If you go on this, when I say the same model, I mean the same exact model. Just because I know people that do coaster creds and they go, "Oh, that's the one from this fair. I've been on that one." Do you get that into it, or?
I don't really go on the coasters when I'm there. I more do the flat rides, but if it's like the same ride I've done at a different fair, then it's not a new cred.
Yeah, 4 coasters.
Hey, thanks for joining.
Do you count the creds at the fairs, Ben?
I don't count creds, mate.
Yay! High five. No, you can count creds if you want, but I always feel pressured by people because sometimes I tell people no, I don't count them, and they look at me like, something. Oh, it's now at the night. It's like Nathan's representing the daytime, and then Ben's representing the nighttime.
I was just going to ask Nathan actually. Have you ever been to the Carter Steam Fair as well?
Yeah, I went for the last year.
Yeah, I bet you got loads of photographs of that as well. That makes me sound really nosy, but
I got a few, yeah. Didn't take as many as I wanted.
Oh,
Did that fair have a name that we went to at Wallerton Hall?
the one at Willerton Hall, it was just vintage.
Oh, okay.
Willerton Hall
With the
vintage.
yachts.
Yeah.
We took like a 1-year-old on the flying yachts, which probably was not safe.
Not a 1-year-old, it was my friend's daughter, bless her. So.
Well, she wasn't old enough to walk, was she?
Toddler age. She was walking.
Anyway, let's talk about the night, Ben. Do you want to tell us about when you stepped off the tram? Because the tram station's quite close to where the fair is. How was it? What was the first? I mean, you've been before previous years, but what was your first impression this year when you got off the tram?
Yeah, it's just electric, isn't it? The atmosphere just straight away. The first ride, they had a booster to the right and then a waltzer to the left, and the lighting package on the waltzer. I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah,
like lasers and stuff. Yeah, it's that one. Oh no, it wasn't that one. No, it's a different one.
That's
different
the one I've got.
Oh, okay, sorry. I must have sent it. But yeah, just the noise, the smell. I love the smell of the fair as well. There's just, I think I mentioned it in my vlog. There's just so many different smells all mixing together that, yeah.
Actually, I'll ask Ben first because he might have some idea. But Andy from Christopher the Joneses mentioned me. I think it was today. He said something about, is it a cultural thing? Because he saw photos of mushy pea stands.
Yeah, and they said
that's a Goose Fair thing, isn't it? Yeah. Goose Fair's the traditional food at Goose Fair is.
Is it just mushy peas on their own?
Mushy peas and mint sauce.
Oh no.
It's actually nice.
Sorry, this is from a guy. If we're going to get back to this again, vinegar and pizza. So
Brown sauce.
Oh no!
I don't put vinegar on pizza all the time.
Just no.
Do you know what?
No, mushy peas and mint sauce is nice. I didn't actually see the stand this time. We didn't go right down the food bit because we'd already ate before we went. So,
Steaks is good as well.
Yeah, Stakesy's got a vlog up as well. A few of us fairground influencers are loving all the coverage of Goose, but we wish some of the smaller grounds would get the same love. So would it be like things like Hook a Duck? Because that out of all the fairs, that is one of my favourite
he means
things.
the actual
or does
fairgrounds.
It mean the actual
He
ground
means the actual fairgrounds.
I don't think does it mean like the more the flat rides or what?
No, he means the fairgrounds. Because Goose Fair is a Goose Fair.
Yeah.
But he can tell us in the comments and we'll just plug that.
I have a question though on that because I was buzzing coming from Goose Fair, and obviously last year I'm doing Ilkeston Fair in a few weeks, and I did Long Eaton Fair, which is a tiny little fair. But I've been looking online for like a calendar of fairgrounds, and I can't really find one. I mean, there's a few, but is there somewhere where we can go and find?
We might get told by
where I can put a postcode in and it shows me when all the local fairs are on. If there is, then fantastic, and I'll start going to more because
there's a website called All the Fun of the Fairs, which they'll promote all like different fairgrounds across the country on.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good to know.
That seems to be the best one I've found.
Yeah. I know I'm like in a Facebook group that have people that work in fairs and stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm in a few Facebook groups, but it doesn't seem to be consistent. I just like somewhere I could go where I could just say,
it's all in one.
Just plan the year out.
Fairs in the vicinity, something like that. I'm sure there's something there, it's just I've not been able to find it.
If you find any vintage fairs, though, I'm in for it. I'm up for that.
So is Nathan a fan of the waltzer? Nathan, are you a fan of waltzers?
If it's like the older, like Maxwell waltzers, I prefer them to the newer ones, but I do quite enjoy a waltzer, yeah.
See, I think waltzers you can't go wrong with, really.
See, I like the waltzer. It was my first ever flat ride, so I just love waltzers.
But Fair Media says it means other fairgrounds. It was Burton-on-Trent that gets forgotten because it's on the same dates as Goose Fair, which is right. That's probably why I've not heard of it.
Yeah.
And that's probably actually quite easy to get to as well.
I was going to say, is it still running as well? Curious if it's still running.
Well, yeah, same dates as Goose Fair. Goose Fair's still running until this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goose is on for 10 nights. I think last year was the first time they did it for 10 nights, and then it was successful, so they've stuck at it.
Yeah. And then
Trey's never been on a waltzer.
Never been
missing
on
out.
Ooh.
The sense of speed. It depends what you get, because if you get actual I'm guessing it happens at Goose Fair that you have people on there walking along it, spinning them for you as well.
Yeah.
Get proper, yeah. So obviously, when you go to like Alton Towers, putting a waltz in, it's let it go round, yeah. I might as well have a meal one day. You know what I mean? So it's more of a revolving restaurant than a ride at Alton Towers, but they got.
I'd really love to have a go at that as well. You know, to actually do that on a waltzer.
What'd be funny is if someone did it somewhere like Towers where you wouldn't be allowed to, and then didn't tell them and just suddenly got a meal out of their bag while it's going around with plates.
You know, like they have like the squirty cream sort of pies, like you can pie people in the face with. Maybe something like that. So it's something soft and so you feel go flying. That's what I feel doing that for charity. So
when we were in Devon, we went on we found a little fair down there. I didn't vlog it or anything or film it because it was only a tiny thing, but we went on a waltzer there and it was so intense. Nathaniel nearly passed out on it. I have got some footage because I was filming it on my phone. But yeah,
was it a bit like when you say that, I'm remembering when. Do you remember we went to Yorkshire Wildlife Park earlier this year, and when we all came? Well, I didn't go on it, but when the lady went on that slide at the kids' park.
Oh yeah, that really long.
And Nathaniel came down, and then when he tried to stand up, he kind of veered off to the side and fell over.
Yeah, he kind of.
I wonder if it was something like that when he came off the waltzers.
Yeah.
Oh, are we allowed to mention Hull in this talk? Is anybody going tomorrow night?
Fair.
Anyone actually been before? Oh.
Looks huge, Hull Fair. I'd like to go, but it's quite a trek for us. I will go.
Oh look, every waltzer at Goose has several gaff lad spinners. I made the mistake of riding 3 in a row of last year's Goose. Oh, riding 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Like last year's.
I can imagine the duration you get on that. It's quite long as well.
Me and my brother rode the one in Mablethorpe 6 times in a row, and I did kind of stagger a bit to one side. But that was when I was like just teenager. So it was good.
What do you think about the Air Max, Ben?
Oh, mate, I don't. It's just an absolutely incredible machine, mate. I can't even explain how. Yeah,
but it's not as good as IceJet.
Well, it's a different experience, isn't it, to IceJet? But Air Max, I've never ever felt such forces on a ride. Like I think Nathan said it earlier, when it sort of takes you up, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the comments or Nathan, if you know, but can the op control the spin in the from the cabin? Because it felt to me like the spins were being controlled and they were or at least they've got a brake on it where they can brake it, because we got held upside down for ages, and it just didn't feel natural that gravity would just pull it back. But
how long did the cycle on that?
I think ours was about
5 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Travel with the Jones said, "What's the price on Air Max?"
They make it up as they go along.
Yeah,
it was
that's
and then it went up to £9. But I think, didn't they tell you £15, Nathan?
Yeah, when I first went, they told me £15. Went back later and it was £7. So.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Air Max has a manual brake like a top spin.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Everyone go and check out Fair Media at some point. He's very knowledgeable.
He's very, very knowledgeable.
I'm guessing he's friends with Sibby Vlogs as well, because Sibby's quite knowledgeable. But I don't know.
But yeah, the forces you feel when. So we were hanging upside down, and then it literally dropped us back and through the station, inverted, and then released the brake at the bottom. So
it swung you out.
Oh my god! And yeah, I've never felt. It felt. This is going to sound bad, but it felt like my head was going to explode. that's how forceful it felt. And we had Ted. I mean, even Ted was saying, "Ow!" And he's a little.
Ted went on it.
Yeah, Ted was in the PhD next to me, man.
Oh my gosh!
Park Bob says that's too expensive. How much are fairground rides roughly in the States, Trey? That'd be interesting to. Because like £7 about $9-10.
To be honest, I felt nine. I said it in my vlog. I felt £9 was worth it for that experience. To be honest, I mean, it's not something you would do every time. I don't think it's just to experience that. I think, yeah. And bear in mind, it only seats 8 riders at a time.
I always think they control the ones, do you know, the I want to say it's the benches that just swing around in that sort of motion. I wonder if they control the speed of them, actually.
I would have thought so.
Sorry, it's just one of those questions as well. But I'm just like, there's one that I went on. When I went the first time, this was years ago at Sheffield Arena, and it kind of went really, really slow, the first one. But the second one, oh my gosh, I've swung so much out of that, well, not out of my seat, but just swung so far forward because it went round that fast. I was like, wowzers.
$5. $2 to $5. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be
nice. Yeah.
3, 4
I think we spent around £60 at the fair.
Was that for all of you, mate?
For all three of us, yes. Which I don't think was too bad. It's 20 quid each, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Did you want to describe for people at home the? I don't think I've got another photo of it. Did you want to describe the mega spin?
So yeah, the mega spin. So yeah, basically you sit in a circle around the outside of that disc. Essentially, you have an over the head restraint, which is incredibly uncomfortable if you're tall. I literally had to twist myself into it, and you can see on my POV one of the restraints. So the right one is lower than the left one. So you kind of like this in it if you're maxing out the restraint. And then it obviously spins and spins fast, and then it just literally rolls over as it's spinning. And yeah, it's forceful, and it's a real good experience, to be honest. I was really loving it, to be honest.
It looks a lot more, I know it sounds stupid. They look a lot more intense in your POV than it does off-ride.
Yeah. And I think that is the case with it. The spin, I don't think it spins that fast, but the forces that spin generates, and then especially when it starts rotating over. Yeah, because I think Hollie said your head looks horrible, Danny, because I think the veins in my head are like bulging out.
I wasn't sure if it was the kind of thing where you were spinning fast enough it didn't really feel like you were upside down, but I guess it does.
No, you do know when you're upside down for sure. But the thing I was saying about safety on this, so on Mega Spin, we all got basically you give the guy your token to walk on. And then he just clipped a seat up and the restraint up, because the restraints are just like locked in with like a little latch that you pull open. So he flips them up, and then you're left to your own devices. He walked off the ride. So then we all sat down and literally pulled him down. I locked Hollie in, and then I got in and then I undid mine and got out. So I thought, I'm not going to lock it until I'm ready to go because it's uncomfortable. And my sister couldn't really fit in it. She was like, I think I'm going to have to get off. So then Ted undid his. She sat in it, and Ted like pushed it down, locked her in. So then the lad comes back on before the ride starts, and his check of the restraint. So bear in mind, Ted's done this. He's 12. Ted's locked Zoe in.
He's qualified now.
And all he does is he just taps each restraint. So then you can see my sister's face. She's like, he hasn't even checked it. He hasn't checked it.
I'm surprised.
Thinking like a 12, but I'm sure there'll be like a
light
in the cabin, won't there? If one's not locked, surely, like they're not just gonna.
I'm surprised you got her on that, because I think I've met your sister once when she was with you at Towers, and she was scared of the curse, and she really don't like the curse when she came off it. Yeah. So I'm surprised you got her on Mega Spin.
She texted me the day after, and she said she thinks she's got concussion from it.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's the main issue I hear about twin spins, Mega Spin and Stargate are the restraints. Unfortunately, it really limits the amount that can ride them. Even Stacey said he had to do the walk of shame as well coming off of the ride, bless him.
Yeah, Stacey said that to me, yeah. It is a shame that is. I don't know if they could, because they're old. I think they're over 20 years old, those rides. So I don't know if they can do something to the restraints to adjust them.
I'm sure Sibby Vlogs was loving it though. Like, just
I don't know if he was thinking, I've been tricked into this.
I'll have to watch your vlog as well, Stacey.
But yeah, Zoe really struggled with that. She really struggled with that ride, and Hollie did. The reason Hollie didn't like it, she said she felt unsafe, but I think it was for her because when it goes upside down, because she doesn't feel the restraint.
She moves.
And holds you upside down for a long time. She'd slip off her seat and hit the top of the restraint. You know what I mean? So she'd get that slide. So she thinks she's coming out at that point. But she says she'll try it again. So we'll see. Because it was a favourite ride.
Did Nathan do the mega spin?
Not this year. I did Stargate last year, which is the same type of ride. But yeah, I agree with how uncomfortable they are.
Yeah.
Not comfortable at all.
I like the look of this one.
What,
I don't know what
Starflyer?
this one is. Yeah, I quite like the look of that one.
Is Ben a fan of Starflyers?
No. I mean, the kids keep saying, "Oh, get you on one," but then Hollie didn't want to do it this time, so I didn't really.
Would you do a smaller one?
Sorry?
Would you do a smaller one? I think is there one at Flamingo Land?
I'm not sure actually.
There's one at one of the parks called Pterodactyl, isn't there? I'm sure that's Flamingo Land. I could be wrong on that. Would you do a smaller one?
I think so. I think I would do any, Mike. I won't back down from anything, but I'll be terrified up there.
Yeah, the way it swings in the wind. I did the one at
Sweden.
Gröneland in Sweden, and that at the time it was the highest one in Europe. And I only got intimidated once we went higher than the drop tower that was straight across from it. It's like, hang on, we're still going up.
Yeah.
It's the way it just swings in the wind because it kind of swings out and.
It's the way he's seated as well. Like I think that one, it just when I was looking at it, just has a little bar across, and I just think it's just.
Oh really?
Just wouldn't feel that safe. And when we went to Winter Wonderland last year, they had a aeronaut one, I think it was called, and that you sat rather than sitting next to each other, you sat behind each other, and you were in more like a. It felt like it looked like I didn't go on it, but it looked like more like a secure like. Seat that you could sit in, so I'd probably feel more comfortable on something like that, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, Stacey, I went on my first and last star flyer at
What,
Fantasy Island. I still have nightmares now.
I think the one at Goose.
I don't think he's sitting awake at night.
No. I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think of one. What it looked like. The one at Fantasy Island.
Yeah, there is one there.
I visited that many times when I was younger.
The one at Goose is the one from Fantasy Island. It's the Mellors Starflyer. He takes it to because the Mellor. Yeah. So
cool.
the one that's at Goose is, I think it's that one because there's two there. I think it is that one. We know.
Oh, I'm trying to think now. It was dry. I'm just glad.
Yeah, that was you on the mega spin, wasn't it?
No, that's Air Max. That's it.
That's Air Max, is it?
That's Air Max. Yeah, that's like at the bottom, just coming out of that because you see the big wheel in the background. I think there. So that's just coming out of the inversion at the bottom with the pressure in my head. Look, if you look on my forehead, you can see the veins.
Hollie loving it.
That's on the mega spin, yeah. So that's before the ride brings. That's just as it's starting to spin, I think.
You ever do like a before and after facial expression on the rides? Because I probably would have done. Is the colour gone from your face? Yeah.
I haven't got any photos, but
have you got veins on your forehead?
because it got brought up. Nathan, have you ever done Winter Wonderland?
No.
Are you planning to do it in the future or?
Maybe 1 year. It's just too far away.
Oh. I have to find some people like down London and be like,
I know it's
can we nip over?
I know it's called the Goose Fair episode, but I don't know, Ben, if you want to briefly talk about Winter Wonderland, just because it got brought up, and I know it's a big, even with people that don't really do fun fairs, it's a big thing every year.
Yeah, we went there for the first time last year, and we're hoping to go again this year because, yeah, I mean that is very expensive. Don't get me wrong, but it's a nice experience. Some of the rides they've got there, I don't think I mentioned it in this vlog, but we did speak about it when we were there. The fun houses that they have at fairs. Well, yeah, they have them at Winter Wonderland, but they're on just another level. They're absolutely huge. So they've just put all these traveling ones that we see in the UK to shame, really, and it just makes you think you just never really go on one of them again because you've been on them fun houses. But then they've got like the Wild Mouse XL, just such huge, massive rides. But they bring all the rides in from Europe.
Have you? I'll ask Ben first. Just fun fairs and theme parks. Would any fun fair rides be in your top 10, or is it all theme park rides?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I never really thought of that. Go on, Nathan. You go first, mate.
Pressure.
I thought I was going to answer straight away. I was going to go like, yeah, Air Max would be in there, yeah, but don't know now. Now everyone's kind of gone quiet.
I'd probably have to say, for me, the Skid would be up there for some of my favourite rides. Because they're just so much fun when you know what you're doing with the pedal and stuff and you're getting it bouncing off the cable. It's just so much fun. It's like at Goose Fair when I went on it. My dad was doing the pedal when I was just launching into him. I was sliding all over the place. It's just... And an 8-minute cycle, it was just incredible. It's like, they're such fun rides. And yet, I don't think they make any new ones of them. I don't get why.
Oh, no Wild Mouse.
Yeah, I just read about No Wild Mouse for Hyde Park. Wild Max XXL this year.
Would any fairground rides make it into your top 10, Ben?
I think IceJet, 100%. Just the whole package. I can't believe I didn't
get merch with that on, like a shirt or something.
Why did I not send you a photo of IceJet? That ride.
He's really regretting it now. He's like, damn it.
Yeah, that honestly, yeah, it's just magical. Like all the lasers, the smoke, the floating headlights.
It goes backwards as well, doesn't it?
Goes backwards.
Yeah, because I've not got his links anywhere at the moment, but Knox Survives did a vlog at a fair. And the person in front of him got out when it stopped going forward. It's like if they'd taken a bit longer, they would have been really injured because it stops and it goes back.
I would have yeah.
Insane. Does anyone want to do one of the quizzes I've got? I think everyone's going to ace these. I think everyone's going to ace these.
I think the Fair Media. Sorry if I can't say the first bit, but Fair Media. I think he'll probably definitely be racing for the answers. Terence went all out this year for IceJet. He even added Sky Searchlight.
Hey, which fair has had your favourite IceJet? Like that was the best one.
I think IceJet. I think there is only one.
Oh, there's only one.
Yeah, I think so. That dude obviously knows his fairground, so he'll probably tell us otherwise.
There must be.
And when he says Terence, I'm assuming that's the owner of the ride. I love that about fairs as well. All these fairground enthusiasts, they all seem to like know who owns the rides and everything like that. And it's just, so I think that Air Max is owned by Darren Matthews or something. I saw that, and then he owns loads of other rides and stuff. But yeah, that seems to be like a big thing. But even if I was into that, I just never would retain that sort of knowledge. I find it fascinating that people can, to be honest. But
yeah.
I would never.
Everyone knows everyone as well. Only one IceJet in the UK, one in France, one in the USA.
Yeah, because I was last year as well.
That's good to know.
I think I first did it at Goose Fair, then I did it with Wonderland.
See, I wouldn't mind having a go on IceJet. That'd be one of the rides.
So what I've done, and I think we're going to get through this really quick. I think there's only about 7. I've done the thing where I take out alternate letters, and they're all each one's a fairground ride name.
Oh, cracker! Join in on the comments.
Hey, I know this one.
I don't know if I want to ask Ben to say it or I want to ask Nathan to say it now.
Hey, Hush Hush family.
Go on then, Ben. Tell us what it is.
It's IceJet.
Yay!
Nathan, do you know this one?
I can't think of that.
No.
I can't think for that.
I don't know if this is at like big fairs or not. It's definitely like small
guess.
fairs.
Is it like Jar Jar or something, or Jabba? I don't know. I'm guessing.
It begins with T.
Oh, Tagada.
Yeah.
Yay!
Got it straight away.
They have them at Ilkeston Fair. I think they had 3 at Ilkeston Fair last year. So
when you see people, are they people that work on it, or are they normal people that are just civilian? But when you see people stand in the middle and kind of try and stay upright, no, they just walk around while it's spinning to go. It's insane.
I think they have. Yeah, I think workers do that, but they're illegal in America, aren't they? I don't think you can have Tagadas in America. They ban them. Yeah.
I wonder why they're banned.
because
Yeah,
people get
they're
too
not allowed,
many.
It just makes you curious, doesn't it? You know.
they're not allowed Kinder eggs either, but I don't know if you can still import them. I don't know if you'd get arrested for importing them.
Kinder eggs.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, Mike, I don't know what that is.
Does Nathan know what it is?
Not a clue.
Oh, Dodgems.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Yay!
What do you reckon, Nathan?
Air Max.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that things with the 3 arms and they spin round. It's like Flavio's Fandango. Is it that
Sizzler.
Sizzler,
Sizzler.
yeah.
I like that one.
People get them right in the comments.
Something Dane. I don't know why. I'm not good at this.
I'm not sure.
I think Fair Media might get it if no one else does, so I'm going to wait.
Oh, that's a toughy one. Have a few vary of Kinder eggs, not as much fun.
I wonder.
New version of Kinder eggs, not as much fun.
I don't know. Would Jungle Gyms be able to get those in? I don't know. Well, I suppose if they're illegal, they can't. But I don't know if different states have different rules in the Kinder eggs. I thought Fair Media would say it by now because I reckon he knows.
Oh, the one.
Does anyone want to have a go?
Is it?
I'm trying.
It begins with a B. No, you were close.
Oh, breakdance.
Yeah.
I did one of them on the pier at Blackpool. Really good ride, actually. Good fun.
And then the other quiz I've got is a logo quiz because people seem to like those. But this is different Scare Maze logos.
Because we're going to be on Scare Maze.
Scare Maze soon, yeah.
Oh.
East trailers.
What was that?
The East trailers, right?
Yeah, the year's trailers, yeah.
That's the only one I knew.
Is S the Insomnia?
No.
Oh,
S is Thornville Mentors.
Yeah, the first S is on my tours.
I'm absolutely shocked. Right.
There's one of these I know you probably won't get. But actually, there's 2 of these you probably won't get, actually. Yeah, Bill.
Is S
Are they all from like mainstream parks or are they from... Right.
C is from... I believe it's one of the Tully's ones.
Ooh.
No, I'm never going to get that.
A is from the States.
Never
And
going
it's
to get that.
based on a video game.
Oh, okay.
R is from Extreme Scream, I believe. And S is a one. I just put it in. It's the first Scare Maze I ever did. It's at Thorpe Park, but it's not there anymore.
Oh.
Nautical themed.
Oh, nautical themed.
Yeah, Chop Shop, yeah. It's Chop Shop.
Chop
C is
Shop
Chop Shop.
Tullies, wowzers. E trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben said that.
Well done.
A is from one Halloween Horror Nights that's based on a TV show that's based on a video game.
Last of Us.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah. I think you
I watched the walkthrough of that. It looked awesome.
I feel like there's a lot of actors in that one that weren't there to make you jump. But I understand having a diversion so someone else make, but there were like 2 actors just acting out a scene. I was like, this is good, but it feels like they've wasted that space. But they still look good, but I don't.
I think it was more to just make you feel like you're in the film game.
I don't know if anyone's going to get R or S.
So we got
S is a nautical themed one that was at Thorpe Park.
I don't know the nautical themed one.
Can't think.
And R is
Not Darkest Day.
R is the clown one at Extreme Scream, I believe. I'm not sure if it's a maze but it is an attraction there.
Oh, Carnival.
If no one gets it in a minute, I'll tell everyone what it is because it's.
I don't know, mate.
No.
Right, the R is is it Unfair Funfair, and the S was the Curse.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Curse. Well,
Curse was
we
brilliant.
refer the Curse.
Yeah, it was like it was circus themed. But yeah, they're the.
Oh, that was a tricky one.
Was that one of Thorpe's first mazes, or?
No, I think it was like 2008. It was the first maze I did.
Right.
And I remember it being really good, but I don't know if that's because it's the first maze I did. But it was on the beach and it was just themed to like some cursed ship, but it did actually look like a ship inside as well. And then someone got hit. The actor got hit by someone. He was like, well, to be fair, mate, if you're going to go for me. And it's like, well, don't go in if you're going to be like that. The guy was just defending himself like, well, I'm going to hit you if you scare me, mate.
Kirsty with the Joneses has put, find it weird how American scare attractions are run completely different. As an actor does a scare, instantly resets them, then does exactly the same again to every person.
I think it's a different...
same run through.
I think it's a different beast
Oh,
out there,
that's a good shot. Who did that one?
Canva.
Ooh.
Someone from Canva has got it on Elements because
Wowzers.
I've got the premium. It's all right. But what I was going to say to that, what he said was, I think it's a bit of a different beast over there because they have a lot more people. I mean, we were watching. I don't really need to plug him because he's quite big on YouTube anyway. But
have the rep runs and actors move around. Yes, they do.
I watched Tampa J do HHN, and he paid like 200 odd quid for a priority pass, and that was still 20 to 35-minute queues, and the main queue was 180 minutes. It's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Yeah,
much bigger thing over there.
Yeah,
but I don't think that will work. Are you looking forward to Scarefest? You're both going on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
You sure? I've not held a gun to your head for that one.
I say Hollie's not going to be with you though, is she? For some of them?
Oh, she is. Yeah. We're going Friday nights tomorrow.
Word.
Hollie's bunking off school. Don't
say that on the show. We're live. We're an accessory.
So
is she going to go on all the mazes?
I've put in an unauthorised absence at school, mate. So
is she going to go on the mazes?
Yeah, she's got tickets. She's going in.
Oh, nice. Because I don't know if they were too scary or not.
She only did trailers last year, but she's all good. She's done, like I say, she's done Passage now. So I think if you can do Passage here, there's nothing scarier than that. I don't think.
She's been in the dungeons that many times as well.
Does Nathan do that kind of stuff, or is he not into the mazes?
I will be doing the mazes at Tara's. This year, I have already done a scare event. I got invited to the press night for the Scare City Experience. So I've done that at the former Camelot. That was really good.
That was a really good vlog, that one as well. It was really good.
I'll put links to channels and the Instagrams in the description.
Yay.
And I will just plug this quickly for anyone watching. Put it in the comments or get hold of our Instagram or something. But next week, we've got James and we might have someone else on as well. But Scare Seekers is back in a kind of mild form.
Yeah.
Joe, who runs it, gave me permission to use it because they're on hiatus, and I think they will come back eventually.
I think they
will. I said, oh, well, it helps you keep the name going and the brand going, but I'm going to use it. But just so people know, it's not the actual like official Scare Seekers, even though James will be on it. It's called Scare Seekers Undertow.
Be part of the Scare Seekers team still.
We're going to be talking about video games that scared us as kids next week, and so if anyone wants me to try and mention some stuff that they want me to mention at people at home, then if you let me know before then, I'll try and get some footage and some photos. And we're also going to be talking about some scare attractions because people doing Scarefest this weekend, and I'm doing Halloween Fun, which will be fun.
Fair Media said loves how they are reusing the old Camelot part for that as well, with the scare maze that you've been to. And then what else is happening? There's other stuff going off. I can't quite read it. They're doing Scare City on Sunday night, Stacey thing.
Oh, PT.
And then PT need footage of PT.
I don't know if I can get. Well, I should be able to get footage of that, but I can do. It's like, I guess if you're young, that can scare you as a kid, but that's more recent. But I'm thinking about other video games. I mean, the main one that's not horror related.
Wow.
What's that?
The original Resident Evil.
Yeah, there's stuff like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, but I mentioned it last week, I think. There's a film called The City of Lost Children, which I recommend anyone watching. But they did a video game on PS1 of it, and it's not really a horror film, but it's freaky.
I need to ask my older brother, one of my older brothers, about a game that he played, and it freaked me out a little bit. But funnily enough, it wasn't Resident Evil, even though he played that loads of times. So I need to find mine out.
Are there any Nathan? Are there any video games that scared you when you were younger?
I can't think of any.
can imagine you're quite like I don't know if I've mentioned it on the show, but there's a friend of ours called Lee, and he always looks so suave and cool and chilled when he's on a roller. He's put shades on, and I think Nathan's the same. I get the impression from Nathan he's like calm and collected, nothing scares him. He'll be just strolling around the scare mazes on Saturday.
What of it?
That's what Lee's
Then
like
about
when
strolling
he's
around
in
the
the
block.
mazes.
That's what Lee's like as well.
Yeah, that's what he's like in the mazes. Yeah, he just wanders through. There's just no, there's no emotion. There's nothing. He just wanders through with his smile on his face. Yeah, it's class.
And also, if anyone wants to get in touch with us somehow, you can either comment on this video or get in touch with our Instagram. Any rides you think should be in the bracket for when we do Series 2 in a few months of attractions I will make them, and we're going to decide the best UK ride. And Daryl will be there. He's just showed up now.
Hey, Daryl.
Daryl will be on the panel, I'm sure. But I don't know. Before we wrap up, is there anything you want to mention or promote, Nathan?
Well, me Nottingham Goose Fair video. That's on. Also today I uploaded a POV of Air Max. If you want to see what we were on about, on how intense that is, there's a full video of that. But other than that, Towers video hopefully coming out Sunday at some point from Scarefest. But
That's going to be a quick turnaround.
I'm hoping so. We'll see.
Have a spooktacular time.
Is there anything Ben wants to promote?
No, just Fright Nights tomorrow. I'll hopefully get that vlog on Saturday. I'm going to try and edit it before I go to Towers. See how that goes.
Jeez. You'll be up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah. And then, yeah, obviously Scarefest. My Scarefest vlog will be on Sunday. I'll make sure of that.
Are you doing Scarefest more than once?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there multiple times, I think. I don't know when. I've not got any plans yet. But also, we're doing the draw for our Curse at Alton Manor figure on Saturday as well. So if anyone's entered that, that will be live. I'm hoping to do it around 2 o'clock. I've not confirmed the time, but I will put the time on my Instagram when I do it.
Oh,
gone again.
Apologies, our camera's just gone again, but
we can still hear you.
Come back on for the last few minutes. But I was just say thank you to everyone that's been watching.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, funny enough, photography challenge. There is a new one this month, and the new photography challenge is spooky. So anything spooky. So obviously you can tag me in it, Stacey_L2E, or you can tag our actual Instagram, which is Love to Explore, Love #2, Whoa, Explore. And then obviously hopefully we'll share it on our stories as well. Be interesting to see what people get for spooky actually, but because people can go for the cute spooky or like the gore and bleh, sort of spooky.
Oh, the camera doesn't want to work.
But yeah. Anyone know the catchphrase?
Does anyone know the catchphrase?
Do you know it, Nathan? You could say it.
I hope I don't get it wrong now. We'll see you in the rear view because for now we're gone.
Yay!